Can be assigned to that for now. Got one drone left somewhere. There he is. He's almost ready to send back. Right, we're producing 30, consuming 23, and the storage is gradually going up. You can click and drag to select multiple. Thank you. Make sure we've got switches. So he's only got 4 drones. What's weird is when you build a storage depot, it just instantly appears, like nothing actually builds it. With everything else, it gets constructed by drones. With that, it just instantly appears. Stored water 20. Water production 1. Consumption 1. If we're producing as much as we're consuming, how do we end up stored water? Mr. Libido is now playing Factorio. Stalker. What's this guy doing? Hey Dave, that's what happens when you're on my friend list. Wait, did we just get that 1,000,000 boost? Where's our money? Why on earth are we scanning that? We're supposed to be scanning this. What the heck is that? What's that? I've never seen that before. Vrome's sentient bot has just dropped 5 subs. Vrome, your bot is a scumbag. Thank you very much, Vrome. If you just got gifted a sub, Vrome's sentient bot is to blame. Thank you, Vrome. Wait, a dust devil? So we can't harness power from that then? Oh, look where this guy's going. Well, that doesn't look friendly. So we've got concrete, we've got water over here. We need to probably start moving towards this, I guess.
Welcome to the nut house.
Got this to build domes on. Do we go there, or do we go here? So if we go here, we get not the best building mess. At least that's semi-useful land on the way up here. You just logged into Factorio as to how much work I have to do. Yeah. That's why Factorio is best played with other people, Dave. Because there's way too much to do for one person. But just get bots and you're fine. That's cool. Got quite a lot of power stored overnight now. Well, Factorio's not impossible to play single player, Pug. If you watch Catherine the Sky on YouTube, she plays it on her own.
Anomaly found.
And she does mighty well out of it. Okay, we should probably get the Explorer. New special project, launch a CT satellite. You what, mate? Grants funding multiple use of this project will yield diminishing returns. Expedition time 4 souls. Outcome 2000. Wait, what's this? I don't understand. If we send an expedition, who does it send? Your second rocket has 11 drones doing nothing. Yeah, I'm going to reallocate them in a sec. Yeah, Dust Devil was a vacuum cleaner.
Welcome to the nut house.
You think it sends a rocket? Ah. Nut Summer 1 refueling, Nut Summer 2 refueling. Available rockets on Earth 1. So I can't send an expedition until I've finished refueling. You need the additional inventory on the rocket, but it says when it consumes rocket, which it does not. It sends a rocket with supplies indicated on the left. You can choose which one. Better check your materials first. Most expeditions are quite expensive. That stuff is what you get from the expedition, not the cost. Yeah, so hang on. What? It won't launch without all of these materials. I am confused. Are you saying that I have to launch a rocket with this stuff on it in order to get 2,000? So it basically consumes materials and gives me money. Or do I get that? Do I get that material? You launch the satellite and I think you get 50 fuel, 30 electronics. But then Starving says it consumes those materials, so this is very confusing. Some people think we get this, some people think it consumes this. In which case, I don't want to use all those resources up. 50 metal, no problem. 50, is that concrete? You will load the rocket with the additional inventory. That makes sense. So it wants us to put 30 electronics in there. Let's think about this. Electronics is worth 100 million each. So it wants me to send $600 million worth of electronics. Metal, which I can get for free. And whatever that other one was. Was that fuel? So I have to send a load of fuel, plus electronics and metal, to get 2,000. I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, well, 50 fuel will definitely take a while. It's worth it when you produce loads of materials on the colony, you run out of money. Yeah, I can see it as a great way to convert material into money. Speaking of which, how much money have we got? 4.8 million. This guy should be ready to send back any minute. That battery is pretty efficient. That single battery runs the entire base overnight. I want some of that lithium action. On my phone. Building's not working. Yeah. We'll reassign these guys onto that. Some of them onto that. How much have you got? 4 drones. You need more than that. Take those 3. Wait, why can't I right click and assign that? Reassign. think that worked. Yeah, 8 drones. 7 drones, that's better. This guy's got 8 drones. Right, 8 drones, 8 drones. This has got 4? I thought they came with 5. Right, 0 drones, 0 drones. 8 drones on each hub, that'll do. Can you hear Doyle barking, guys? Or rather going... Doyle's pitiful bark. If you're honest, the game looks complicated. It's not that complicated. Right, who wants to see Lord Doyle of the Shire? I'm sure you guys have not seen him for weeks. The man, the myth, the legend. The real star of the show. The man who's lost his voice and can't bark properly. Hey guys. Oh, he had a haircut as well. So he looks all cute and fluffy. Is he okay? He's fine apart from having basically lost his voice. It's like he went to a football match every day for 2 weeks and just constantly barks through it. That's the kind of voice he came back with. He's looking trim and proper. He's looking classy. Is he not eating? Doesn't want any schmacko. Oh, no. I suppose I can eat it.
Must be a bit dry.
Yeah, it could be it, actually. Is he even chewing that? Like he just needs to come.
This is why I have to put it in small chunks.
Yeah, but watch this. I think so, bro. Yeah, pal. There's not many smacks. He smacks more on the cheesy bites, funnily enough. Kennel cough's completely different cavity, and he's also got kennel cough vaccinations anyway. Like, you can't put him in unless you can prove that he's got the vaccinations, of which kennel cough is one.
Sector scanned.
He's not coughing, it's just that when he tries to bark, he's like, "Arr, arr, arr."
Yeah, 14-day rave.
Hey?
A 14-day rave.
14-day rave. I shudder to think what parties he's been going to for 2 weeks. I think he's been nightclubbing every night. You've been partying hard, haven't you, Doyle? Don't you hide it. He's like, what? Don't know what you're talking about. Maybe he barked himself hoarse with his puppy friends. I think so.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
There's only one dog in like Border Collie.
The Border Collie. What are they kennel? Yeah, he doesn't like collie dogs very much.
Labradors he usually has a thing for.
Labradors.
Yeah, because a black Labrador attacked him when he was a pup, so he tends not to like Labradors.
Makes sense. Blue Army, thank you for 46 months. Okay, my arm's starting to hurt. Can you, like, finish this up? I can't hold him much longer. Yeah, taking your sweet time, though. So, see you tomorrow. High five.
Natter.
Thanks for dropping by. Oh, bicep's gone dead now.
Wow.
You should
You need
try
to
and
work out
holding
more.
it. You try holding him like that
You little chicken
while you're
arms.
just going. See what your bicep thinks about it. Oh yeah, go on then. I will have a cup of tea, thanks. So sector 2 scanned. So yeah, that is scanning a lot quicker when there's that thing around. If we build a scanner here, we can scan these a lot faster as well. Maybe them too. The only problem is we don't have great zone coverage there. Right, you ready to go back? I think you are.
Natter.
Refueling. So we don't have anything to export yet, do we? So we're just going to send it back. Send this rocket on an expedition. Ah, that's what you choose. Yeah, we don't have any rare metals. I think we're good to go.
Research complete. Milestone achieved.
Low G drive. Rovers move 20% quicker. And so do drones. That's nice. Watch out, drone. Just gets completely scorched. Right, we can build a...
Anomaly analyzed.
New tech available. Planetary anomalies found 4. Wait, what? Where's the moisture refiner? There we go. Did the title say Rocket League earlier? Yeah, we're playing the Ghost Hunt mode for 2 hours. What's our power like? Let's get that wired up. I think that's not being built because...
Resources are low.
No, they're not. The heck is this? This area is registered off the charts rating for a while. This prompts an expedition. Put an RC Explorer on there for 12 hours and then see what happens. You get a breakthrough. Wait, what's this? Is that 10 drones? I'm thinking these are more mid-term things when you can actually manufacture stuff yourself, maybe. Capture meteors for 60 fuel. Trigger a meteor shower that will yield some valuable resources. The meteor shower falls over a random location and may threaten the colony. Wait, what? So you go up into space for 60 fuel, trigger a meteor shower to fall all over your sector, which may damage lots of important things, but you might get some rare metals and anomalies out of it. That sounds like a high-risk thing. Oh, do you know what I forgot to build over here?
Sector scanned.
Dumping site. And concrete depot. Oh wow, so there's some, is that deep metal, I think? Let's pull a sensor over here. Better do the meteor shower when you don't have colonists. The fallout and risk is less. True. I need 60 fuel. Which is possible, since we should be able to manufacture more of it now. I suppose there's a lot less things that can be damaged right now. Storage space is full. No, it's not. Because I've got no drones here. Oh, man. See, because those storage areas are not within range of this drone hub, they won't move the storage from there to there. Which is just annoying. There's lots of little gotchas like that in this game. So now they'll go, oh, we can empty that. Now I need to put this within range of metal. Put a storage and request 30 or something. You can request desired amount of any storage and drones will try to fill it. See, metal can be moved from here. Put a storage and request 30 of something. So how do I request 30 metal here then? These guys need metal on there to be able to build this. In order to do that, we need these guys to pull metal from here and put it there. Not enough power. Okay. That's mildly concerning. Apparently we're not making enough. We're going to need more solar. Check the arrows. Which arrows? Thing is, that won't get repaired because it's not within range of any drone hub. Do you think that we'll come out with any DLC for this game, James? There's about 7 or 8 DLCs out for this game. The arrow's next to the material name. I can see tick boxes. I can't see any arrows anywhere. Like, I know you can basically tick these tick boxes to stop those things coming here, but I don't know what arrows you mean. We're gonna need some more of these. Maybe it's a spanner icon in that menu. This one. That's just an icon. That's like the minimum you want of all these resources, though. So, like, we can say, don't bother putting fuel here. Don't bother putting machine parts here. Whatever. Oh boy. For some reason, everything just shut down. I have no idea why. Seriously, what just happened? Hey Pile, how you doing, Chris? Hope you had an easy trip back home. Not really. I don't sleep on the overnight very well. I came back home pretty jet-lagged. But I'm better now. Okay, all of this just shut down and I literally have no clue why. It must be a weather thing. Or is it just because it's nighttime? In which case, why did the battery have no power whatsoever? Well, this is good. I think you should move to the States. Yeah. Do you know how hard it is to get into the States? Speed that up. I think it's because I didn't have enough. My consumption was higher than production, so it emptied the battery out. Which is a bit annoying. It's a good idea to put a wind turbine on each drone hub so they have power.
Research complete.
Fickle economics. Our sponsor informs us that due to changes in the economic conditions that impact the price of key resources will soon be increased. It turns out that Mars is not beyond the reach of the stock market hiccups. The import price of polymer will be increased by 100% in 5 sols. Politician or city mayor or person who negotiates special terms, the price increase will happen in 10 sols instead. Jeez, man. That sucks. Roadwolf, thank you for 42 months, sir. I'm not sure if I read that out. That's bad. Because apart from buying polymer, we have to make it. In order to make it, we need to do a whole load of stuff. Come on, get back online. Actually, a lot of material over here. Rather than just go up there, we'll go over here instead. How was the US? I did a lot in 2 weeks and enjoyed it. If you're considering building a drone, a potential stock up on the polymers would be obvious advice. Yeah, we've got 57 at the moment. Because making polymers is going to require a lot of domes and stuff to be built, isn't it? Got plenty of concrete and metal. Thanks.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I need a lot more power, basically. So that thing is refueled. Try and make sure that's got 30 fuel at all times. This is taking a long time to get built. How was that murder card game you played? Heard from another stream, it sounded great. Oh my god. It wasn't actually a card game. It was so weird. So, me, Chewie and Dirk, I went to this, the Simfest guy's house. And one of the games that we played was this, like, murder thing. So, one of you was the wolf, and the others were victims. So you turn all the lights off. So you're all kind of wandering around in the dark. And whoever the murderer is, you're all given a card at the start, and if you're given the ace of spades, you're the murderer. So if you're the murderer, you've basically got to, in the dark, as everybody's kind of moving around and shuffling, you've got to go up to somebody and go like that. And if you do that, you basically are, you're murdering them. They then have to count to 5 and then lie on the ground. And then when somebody basically walks over and effectively trips over them, they go, body! And then all the lights come on, and everybody has to sort of try and figure out who the murderer was. So, yeah. In the first game that we played, Flyboy was the murderer, and me and a few others basically pinned him straight away. In the second one that we played, I got the ace of spades. So I was kind of... And the thing is, it wasn't like completely dark. So it was really difficult to try and choose an opportune moment to do this without somebody seeing you. So we were wandering around for like a few minutes, and then Chewie's going, oh my god, whoever the murderer is taking their time. Anyway, 5 minutes go by, wandering up and down the stairs, coming down around the house, and then all of a sudden, somebody drops to the floor near me, and then somebody goes, body! and all the lights come on, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I'm the murderer. I didn't kill this guy. This is going to be interesting. So I'm stood there, and then Flyboy's going, I reckon it was Squirrel, because he's near the body. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I didn't do this. I'm the murderer, and I didn't do this. But you're pointing to me probably because I pointed you out. This is really annoying. Like, this was like perfect for me. Somebody else had killed somebody, and they weren't even the murderer. This was ideal. But because I'm near the body, Flyboy's going, it's Squirrel. So a couple of it, and I'm going, do you really think I would be so close to this body if I was the murderer? You know, knowing full well I was actually the murderer. Anyway, so they I can't remember who they tried to pin it on, but it was obviously the wrong one. So we carried on again and went upstairs, and then this time I thought, it was getting late, I thought I need to go home, I'm just going to have to try and do this. So I tried to, I think it was Brendan walked past me, Dirk, and I went like that. And then he drops to the ground, and then Flyboy goes, it was Squirrel. I was like, you shut up. He's like one of those annoying kids in class who just keeps, teacher, it was him. So, yeah, that was there. Everybody was going, yeah, it's definitely you this time. That's the second time you've been near this body. So then it was me, and I was like, okay, we can go home now. Bye. No, what it turned out to be, at the end I said, but I didn't kill the first body. And everybody's going, what? So the guy who was on the floor, he said, well, I felt somebody do this, and I thought I was being murdered, so I dropped to the ground. And it wasn't. Somebody just gone past them and kind of brushed them there. And they thought they were being murdered, but they weren't. What it needed was actually a darker room. Like, there was too much light. There was light coming in from the front, you know. There was just... You could basically see everybody moving around, really. It's kind of flawed in that sense, I guess. Right, we've got a capacity of surplus now of 22. That's pretty good. This thing is still not powered on for some reason. Maybe it needs... There we go. Missing a piece. Sounds like alcohol was needed. Is that... It's actually based on a board game that I've played before, and the board game version works a bit better because you all sit around a table and you're given a card, and there's like a werewolf, and then there's like specialist cards. For example, what was it one called, like clairvoyant or something? And so what happens is, in the board game version, the music plays and it goes, everybody look at your card, and you look at your card like this and you're like, okay. And then it goes, everybody, close your eyes. So you all close your eyes. And then it goes, clairvoyance. If you're the clairvoyance, you may open your eyes now. And so what's supposed to happen is, if there's like more than one werewolf, it'll say, werewolves, open your eyes. And so you open your eyes and you look around, and anybody else that's a werewolf has opened their eyes, and you go, ah, so I know you're the werewolf. And then somebody else is like the hunter, who's trying to hunt the werewolf. And then there's ghouls who are like the friends of the werewolves. So it's a lot more interactive, because some people are trying to like pin the blame on somebody else that isn't the werewolf, because they're trying to protect the werewolf, whereas the hunters are trying to hunt the werewolf. So it's a bit more interesting. Of course, it relies on people actually closing their eyes and not cheating, which of course inevitably somebody's like, I think it was you. It's like, yeah, right, dude. You clearly had your eyes open. It's a fun game, but it relies on people being actually honest. A lot of concrete lying around here. You just got in from work, Mr. Snow. Welcome back. You ready for some stream watching? Well, you've missed nearly 8 hours, and I'm about to finish in 5 minutes. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, this thing is nearly charged up in the day now. That's really cool. So we've nearly got a full battery's worth, but pretty soon we're going to have to build another battery. The trouble with these batteries is they take polymers, and polymers are about to get very expensive. We could actually launch that back now. We don't really need it to lie around here. I'm wondering if we should just bring in a load of polymer while it's still cheap. The problem is, we're actually on 5.3 million. That's not too bad. Sector scan. Unexplored sector. What's the explorer doing? Go and scan that. I have to start building a dome, I think, shortly. This is where we've got penciled in for a dome. Let's see, domes. Self-sufficient dome. Research mature farming to build a moisture vaporator or get prefabs. Contains a small dome suitable for the early days of the colony, together with water, oxygen production facilities and storage. Places the following buildings: small dome, Moxie, 2 moisture vaporators, water tower. Blimey! That's insane! How's the expo? Expo was actually... I think the expo was the best expo yet. It was pretty well attended. There were lots of really cool companies there. And a lot of... met so many people like you only see once a year. And just had a great time. It was a really good expo. Cost 31.2 metal, 80 concrete, and 20... what's that? Polymers. But I need... Do I need 2 moisture vaporators for that? Because it kind of looks like you do. Alright, so it's basically a prefab. The expo was great. It really was. I thought it was the best yet. Next year it's back at Vegas though, so I'm a little bit... Vegas is not great, like, for me, for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's 8-hour time difference instead of 5. So the jet lag is worse. Secondly, direct flights to Vegas are more expensive, like quite a bit more expensive. It's actually cheaper to go via LA and get a connecting flight than it is to go direct to Vegas. And thirdly, it's hot and dry. I'm not a gambler, so it's Vegas. Everywhere's just gamble, 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 and I don't gamble. The water extractor to support a dome. Yeah, I do.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Anomaly found. Wait, building's not working. What? Why are you out of power, bro? Not enough power? Why? Something just happened to this thing. I don't understand this. How can you not have enough power either? You're literally connected to the power supply. All the DLC, there's so much to this game as you progress in Terraform. Yeah, the Terraform's new. Battery can only discharge a certain amount. Really? Oh god, yeah, look, max output 20. I did not notice that. Scumbaggery. Did not see that. Is that? I wonder if that'll discharge into that. Well, I just learned something about the game. Dr. D, thank you for 28 months. Insomnia doesn't clash with Gamescom. It's like the following weekend or something, Connor, isn't it? I remember when Insomnia and Gamescom used to be 2 weeks apart, and then they became 1 week apart. Yeah, we need to build an O2 thing, don't we? But I've got a feeling the Moxie thing I have to bring in, don't I? Or do I? Can we make these? Well, we can actually make Moxie. So we can actually just make our own oxygen. You don't understand, didn't KLM tell me these model aircraft require some assembly? Well, don't wind turbines... Do wind turbines work continuously or only when it's windy? I don't know. Generates power, increase production during dust storms and at high elevation. Thank you, DJ. Stored power 0. Right, so the output of that now should be 40 combined, which is less than the power demand, which is 43. Yikes. I think this is all polymer maintenance, which I'm not keen on. Unless we go to machine parts with wind turbines. Ugh.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found. Research complete. Anomaly analyzed.
Anomaly found. Add that to your queue. Underground deposit rare metals. We're not ready to exploit rare metal deposits. When colonists arrive on Mars, we'll be able to operate rare metal extractors. So we need to get to that point because that's when you can start making money, isn't it? Because your colonists extract the rare metals, then you rocket them back and get paid. And at that point, you start to get an economy going. That thing's slowly charging. Come on, get the turbines up. Too far from working drone commander. Yay.
No active research.
Right. Let's have a look what we unlocked. Drone assembler. Constructs drone prefabs and electronics, which can then be used to drone hubs to construct new drones. That sounds nice. Muffins, thank you for 21. But I think drone assembler requires colonists, if I remember. 3D machining. Automated storage. Drone battery capacity increased by 50%. That sounds eminently useful. Passenger rockets carry 10 more colonists. That sounds very, very, very useful. Cargo space increased by 10,000. Moxie upgrade. Oxygen production increased by 50%. That sounds good. More applicants start to appear on Earth. I remember that being useful.
Happy anniversary.
You'll also be able to trade with other colonies for needed resources. When what, sorry? Muffins, 21 months. Byron, thank you for half a year.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Come on, hurry up and build. There's one. So now we're going to start consuming machine parts, though. Which I don't like, because we can't make these things. Yeah, these things happen all the time, Muffins, but it's when it happens to somebody you know, that's when it's really drives it home. Yes, this is a problem. I have to bring that down here. Right, that's nearly full. That is full. Power production 81 until the solar array goes offline. You can put more than one extractor per resource for increased production. Yeah, I know you can do that. For example, here, it's that area that matters, isn't it? So you can stack them next to each other. But right now, we don't need to do that. We've got plenty of concrete. Right, there you go. So now we're outputting 43. Sorry, no, we're outputting... They've not gone offline yet. In theory, we should be doing 20 plus 20 plus 20. So we should output 60 overnight. They've gone offline. Powered up production 31. Doesn't make any sense. I guess it's counting these 4 plus the generator. That's 10. That's 20. That's 30 output. Plus whatever's stored out of here. So we should have a capacity of 70 overnight. That should be enough. Is every year year of the squirrel? Kind of. That's kind of like saying it is every year Happy New Year. Kind of. Right, I'm going to leave it though, guys. It's 9 o'clock and that's me done. Well, it's 10 past 9. I'm starting slightly late tomorrow, starting at 3 o'clock instead of 1 because I'm going to be out all morning. So I shall be back at 3 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Great to be back streaming. So yeah, I'll be back at 3 tomorrow in the afternoon and then back at 1 again on Sunday. So I shall see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Friday. And I shall see you all. Are you streaming later, Cat Strater? Are you doing the flying later? But yeah, have a great Friday, and I shall see you all tomorrow at 3. Take it easy, guys. Love you all. Good night.